20 minutes. I like that it gives me a timer. Do. So apparently, the camera gives me a timer, so I know exactly how much time I have left on my SD card. Fudge, knuckles, and bears! This is gonna spill. Everything's broken. Everything's final. Oh my god, what did I hit? Oh, the radiator, you bastard. Okay. So, hi. My name's Cam. I have 20 minutes to do what I just did. I'm yelling at you, I'm sorry. I have 20 minutes to do what I just did in 33. Yay! This is fun. Okay. Oh, just. God, in my goddamn fucking back. Shit! Okay. Hi. So, if you didn't guess, I'm going to talk about tennis today. The U.S. Open is on. Yay! U.S. Open. Sorry, I'm fixing the mic that I knocked off with my fun sit-down attempt. So unfortunately for the women, so our ladies, I'm only going to be doing the men's draw because there are a lot of people in it. It's 128 on each side, so 256 is not what I'm trying to deal with right now. I'm going to stick with the first one. So, and I don't even think I got that right. Is it 128 matches? Yeah, no, never mind. Anyway, so I'm only doing the men's. And day one already happened. I'm not being some Nostradamus talking about some crazy stuff that might happen. No, some of this stuff already happened, and some of my predictions are now tainted, but whatever. I thought about them as soon as I saw the draw. I just didn't get them on YouTube fast enough, so great. Right now I'm watching the Casper Ruud and Andy Murray match, so when I talk about those, I did talk about them before, and I do have that, hopefully have that saved. Anyway, whatever. You don't care. So here we are. Day one happened. As far as crazy stuff goes, really nothing. The big ones were Momo, MMOH from the US. He beat João Souza. Stevie Johnson beat John Isner, which was awesome. Harris from South Africa, he beat Cecchinato. Also good. Really only a first round win because I don't think Harris is playing someone in the next round. I have it nearby. Harris is playing Goffin, who beat Riley Opelka, who's a 7-foot giant. That's not an upset. Goffin's like number 7, I think. And Riley Opelka is new to the game, so he's lower ranked, but he's going to be a tank in the coming years. Anyway, that happened. Querrey, a young American, beat Kovalik. I think it's Andre Kovalik, which just just outside the 100, beating someone just inside the 100. So not a crazy upset, but still an upset. Jack Sock beat Pablo Cuevas, which that's a nuts one, kind of. Jack Sock is a really good singles player. He's just low rank because he only plays doubles, whereas Pablo Cuevas is a really good singles player. He's just low rank because I don't think he's played many matches. So that one just kind of stinks for Cuevas, but not too crazy. The one I'm really upset about is something Nori from Britain beat Diego Schwartzman from Argentina. That sucks. Diego Schwartzman's a 5'7", nice player. He's good. He's very active. He runs a lot. He's 5'7", he has to. He's got a good serve, big backhand. He's a fun player to watch. But he lost first round to C. Nori. I think it's Chuck, but I don't actually think it's Chuck. Now, as far as day 2 goes, I would say the Casper Ruud and Mackie McDonald match going on right now. That's a big one. That's going to be fun to watch. I said in my first video that I messed up that Casper Ruud is higher ranked, but McDonald makes big runs, especially at the U.S. Open. I think he made it to 2nd or 3rd round last year. And maybe the 3rd round of the Australian Open. But Casper Ruud is a really solid player inside the 30s. I think he might be 32 or something. So it's going to be a big match. I said 4 sets, but right now Casper's down a set. No. Yeah, Mackie McDonald won a set. Yeah, so Casper's down a set. Pretty sure. It's on commercial right now, so I can't see. Andy Murray is also down a set to Nishioka, which I said in my first video that was going to be big just because Nishioka is a young running player, which is what Andy Murray used to be, but Andy Murray's coming back from his hip surgery, and he really hasn't played that much singles, so he's not going to be that runny. Now, Nishioka is already up a set. I think it was 6-3, 6-4, and he's already up 3 games in the next set. I called that in the last video, and that was before it was, maybe the set was on, but I wasn't watching it. But I was watching the Casper McDonald, I don't know why I keep saying that, Casper, Ruud, Mackie McDonald match. Anyway, that's going to be a fun one. Grigor Dimitrov is playing Tommy Paul from the U.S. That's going to be fun just because Tommy Paul played a lot of world team tennis to get and singles, and he was a very fun, active player. Dimitrov also an active player, showman. So they're going to be a tough match, maybe 4 or 5 sets. Francis Tiafoe is playing Seppi. I think that he's going to lose. I think Tiafoe is going to lose to Seppi because Seppi is he's just an older player that's been around for a while, and he is one of those ugly players. He's just going to get the ball back, doesn't care how. So I think Tiafoe is going to lose that. He's a mental player, and he's going to get in his own head way too early, and I think it might even be 4 sets, but I think 5-set match, Tiafoe's going down. Anyway, that's coming on later today. Millman is playing Basilashvili, Australian against wherever Basilashvili's from. I can't remember what that flag is. Red cross, 4 dots in each white box. Anyway, they're playing. I think Millman has a chance of winning. Basilashvili's ranked, but I think Millman's a grinder player. He'll probably give it a shot. Tennis Sandgren is playing Bautista Agut, and Bautista Agut is a really solid player, and I think he has the better shot of winning, but Tennis Sandgren is the U.S. Open. He's an American player. His name's Tennis, and he gave I think he was a 3rd rounder last year. Might have only been 2nd round, but he did well last year for an unranked player at the U.S. Open. So I think he might give Bautista a shot. Now, again, I have him written over here as Murray versus Nishioka as being one of my big matches to watch. I think that, for the reason I said, hip surgery, Andy Murray's coming back from, doesn't play that much singles. He mostly played doubles to get his legs back, so he's really not looking to run, and Nishioka is a crazy fast runner. The other one I have is Sam Querrey and Andrei Kuznetsov, for basically the same reason, but mostly for age. Sam Querrey's kind of old now. I think he's like 36, 34, somewhere around there. And he has a big serve and a big game, but Kuznetsov's a runner. He's just outside, or just inside the top 100. He's floating around there, and he's young. He's like 21. He's going to make a name for himself, and Sam Querrey's an easy opponent. I don't see that being a 5-setter, but probably a 4-set upset for Kuznetsov. That one I haven't seen yet, so that's an honest prediction there. The only one I've seen is Murray Nishioka and the McDonald and Ruud. But they're here, you can read them. Anyway, so my prediction for the whole thing, I have Daniil Medvedev playing today at 3, I think. He's going to be in the finals against Novak Djokovic, which Djokovic has such an easy first 2, maybe 3 rounds. He might be fine until the quarters. He has Kyle Edmund, Mo, who I mentioned earlier, the American, with a good forehand, or Struff, the young German. I don't think either of them are really that big of an issue for Djokovic. And then he has the highest rated player after that is Carreño Busta that he would meet before meeting Shapovalov potentially, or Tsitsipas. No, or Goffin in the quarters. So I'm not too worried about that one. Medvedev's a little harder because I think he hits Kachanov. No. Yeah, that's going to be so easy. So I think Medvedev and Djokovic are going to be fairly easy. I have at least the quarterfinals here. Oh yeah, duh, that's where it is. Medvedev Kachanov and Djokovic Tsitsipas. Fix the J. I think that's it's a weird U.S. Open draw. Obviously, there's no Federer Nadal, so it doesn't. You'd think it wouldn't throw it off that much, but that changes both brackets because that's a 1-2, and then that shifts just the top ones down, so that then changes all the middle brackets around, so that everyone becomes a lot closer, at least in the middle. In the ends, there's going to be a way larger difference because Nadal playing, it would then go Nadal against his team playing Munar, and team would play against, oh my god, whoever Rublev's, oh my god, yeah, Medvedev. So he would take over and play Delbonis. The shift would be insane if Nadal and Federer were playing. So it's a really weird U.S. Open, but still a U.S. Open. And so I think Djokovic-Tsitsipas, fairly easy way to get to the quarters. I think that's where most of the action's going to happen. As far as like really intense tennis points, I think you'll see good matches and some good points throughout multiple matches, but I don't think you'll see multiple points within the same match until around the quarters, maybe just before the quarters with some of the young players. Sorry, you're getting armpit talk, but whatever, I don't care. That's better. There, so that's all the men's side. I do have Medvedev taking it all, though. I think Djokovic has too easy of a draw, and I think everyone else that really has a name is going to hit some bump before they hit Djokovic. So I think Daniil playing Khachanov is going to warm up way more than Djokovic-Tsitsipas. Anyway, so that's the men's. Bing bang. As far as in day 2, I think other than those matches I mentioned, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. Now for the women's, I got 2 minutes, so I'm going to make it super quick. Or is that 12? I don't know. I'm going to be quick just to be safe. Women love that. So we're going to go. I don't have the whole draw again, didn't write it all out, so a lot of this is based on memory from what I'd looked at a couple hours ago. Sorry, we're going to see how well I do. There's no Simona Halep or Agnieszka Radwanska. I don't know how far out Radwanska is from the actual tennis game. I know she's kind of put herself on hold. Those are my favorite players, and they're not playing, so I'm not super focused on it. Either way, Coco Gauff was eliminated first round. Pretty nuts. Didn't see that coming. But she was playing Sevastova. Sevastova is like ranked 32, 34, something like that. And she's young 20s. It's going to be a tough match for Coco Gauff. Even if she wasn't ranked, but then she's ranked. So I'm not too surprised. But that's a big upset. Otherwise, most of the women's draw that I saw was pretty straightforward. Again, didn't see much of it. Sorry. Not that sorry. Serena Williams versus Sophia Kenin is my first semi-choice. I think that's fairly easy if you look at the draw. I don't think that's the Osaka draw. Pretty sure Osaka's in the Pliskova side. But, yeah. Pretty sure. Either way, Osaka played Doi, another Japanese woman, and just, I don't like saying she gave up in the second set, because it was 7-5 that she lost, but, like, she beat her 6-2 in the first set, 6-2 in the second set, or third set, my gosh, and then lost 5-7 to Doi, who's not, like, I don't like saying she's a bad player, because she's at the U.S. Open, major event, so she's obviously a great tennis player, but just some relatively no-name player in the first round. She's going to go 3 sets and, you know, give a scare like that in the second set. If she does anything like that in the third set match, if she makes it that far, I just don't see her going near a semi. Maybe a quarter, but even that, not even that much hope. Sorry. I love her. She's a great figurehead, and her spirit, her focus and mentality, awesome. But she just kind of goes flat in the middle of matches, and that's not the first time. She did it I think it was the last US Open. She just kind of deadlined for a little bit, And I think someone better than Doi will pick up on it faster. So, better, I should say. Doi picked on it pretty fast. Anyway, so Serena Williams, Sofia Kenin, draw 1. Then I have Pliskova, Kvitova on the other side in the semis. That's pretty... I can't see it too far past there. I like Kenin as the overall. But the Pliskova-Kvitova side was much harder, just because the women in that, it's almost like the Djokovic-Tsitsipas side, but without a Djokovic. Pliskova is really good, so I see her being an easy Djokovic choice, but everyone else in that is around the same level. Like, they're all just... I could see any of the matches going one way or the other. And they're all today. I'm pretty sure I have that going on. Yeah, Ken and Serena already. No, Serena, wait. Ooh, I might have this all backwards. Yeah, they already played with Osaka. So, okay. So Pliskova, Kvitova are still... Yeah, I still have that side right. Osaka's just in there. I don't see her being a big threat. Williams and Kenin have not played, I don't think. Maybe I have that super wrong. This could be super interesting. But either way, those are the 4 I have going to the finals. I'm pretty sure, at least as far as the bracket's set up, that's correct. Semifinals, not finals. But now that I think about who's played, I thought Kenin had already played, whereas Kvitova and Pliskova hadn't, but Serena also, I didn't think played. Sorry, women. That's as much information as you're gonna get. But either way, I have high hopes for Kenin. She has a really nice, solid game. Her toss is super unique. Her whole service game is really crazy. How focused she is. But it's hard. It's hard to see. I really like Angelique Kerber, too. She's a really solid German lefty. But I just don't see her... Oh, my drink's super far away. My voice is getting raspy. I just don't see her being a threat, unfortunately. She's just in the middle of the draw, and she's going to hit, like, a bunch of 30 ranks and 20 ranks. When she's only ranked 17, she's been out of singles for a little while, so it's just like, I don't see her doing so hot. But yeah, that's all I got for the women. I feel like I had more. Oh, yeah. So, U.S. Open, I should talk about the men in the U.S. Open. The U.S. men, there's 22 total that entered. 6 were eliminated day 1, 16 remaining. Again, the only upset being John Isner lost to Stevie Johnson. Super pumped, not a huge Isner fan. He's just full of himself, and he's not the best big man on the tour, so I don't see why he's so full of himself. He's the best American big man, but he only has to play against Sam Querrey for that role, so cool, not bad. Maybe Taylor Fritz now, but Taylor Fritz I think is better than John Isner. They went head-to-head. Just because he's faster. But I don't think Fritz is really a big man. But yeah, so that's it. That's the U.S. side, at least. The Canadian, because I'm in the Canada. There are 4 Canadians. They're all still remaining, because only one has played so far. And that was Shapovalov, whichever one's right. Alger, Aliassime, and Raonic and Pospisil have yet to play. They're all playing around 3, I think. Alger Aliassime's the only one that really has a bump, which is going to be... God, no, he's playing Montero, Brazilian. That's not going to be that hard. Let's see, one of them, maybe it was Pospisil. One of them has a hard first match. Pospisil, Kohlschreiber, yep. That's going to be a hard one. And that's just because Kohlschreiber's a singles, he's like a jackknife. He can just do just about anything. Whereas Pospisil's a doubles player, really doesn't play that much singles. But that's going to be close. And then whoever that first guy was, Raonic, he's playing Meyer, Fernando Meyer, I think. Not going to be crazy, but I think Raonic should get through pretty easily. Alright. That's that. Keep that around, and hopefully I predicted everything perfect. Oh, the lights didn't go on. Yeah,